Right, we are back again, and I think one of the first things we're going to need to do is have a little rest. So I'll just keep you around for this, because as we've seen, it can occasionally be disrupted by some ne'er-do-wells, so let's hope not on this occasion. Okay, so you can see with this new resting regime we've got, even with healing spells cast on rest, Viconia there only replenished a few hit points. But I just feel that roleplay is better when you rest for the proper amount, and if you're still badly injured, then rest again. But I don't like it when sort of whole days go past when just from resting. Anyway, I'm going to check this place out, and if there's anything of interest, I will bring you back in. I'm bringing you back in almost straight away because we're just at this warehouse, so we're going to have a poke in here. Okay. What are they? War dogs. I think we'll get Ajantis to Viconia to shut them down and just see what the others. See if we can just take them out like that. Why am I? Come on, people.
Again, you disturb me. I have become death, destroyer of worlds.
Nearly there. Well, you mean
not stand by while this party descends into depravity.
we're not descending into depravity, Ajantis, are we? We're,
With helms,
we're treading water, if anything. Yeah, Alwyn has got this light crossbow equipped now, simply because, well, two things really. The ammunition is 1d8, whereas with arrows it's 1d6, so it's potentially more powerful. And the speed factor, I'm not quite sure what this means exactly, but I believe speed factor 5 is slightly faster than Zar's speed factor 6. Sorry, Zar's. Zar's got the short bow, but the short bow is speed factor 6. So the only drawback of the crossbow is its weight, 7. And Alwyn's hardly got anything. And none of these things weigh anything. But she is absolutely maxed out on her weight, just from those things. So this book is pretty heavy, you see. 6 pounds. And obviously the armour and the sword. So God, healing potions weigh 3 pounds. Is that like a pound of liquid you've got to consume when you're downing one of those? Yeah.
my honor is my life.
Anyway.
With Helm's blessing.
Oh, 33 gold. And
I must.
And nothing. Oh. Oh, and a pound's worth of healing potion. There you go. That's a good little bit of loot. We'll give that to Viconia. Oh, she's got 3 anyway. Right. See you in a moment. Right, we've got a ghast here. I can't remember whether ghoul or a ghast is the stronger of the two, but let's just see how we can take this down. Hopefully from range. Probably not. Who's he going for? don't know.
I'm gone.
Night Singer, give me power.
You're a queer fellow.
Yeah, definitely this is the more powerful of the two. Yeah, 650. Oh, and Alwyn leveled up. Look at that, 12 missile damage from Alwyn. That's a good hit, isn't it? Blimey. Right, let's see what the Ghast has got. Ooh, a garnet gem. Well, this is rather exciting. So is this cleric level 3? Yes, it is. Okay, so Alwyn's really whipping along now. It felt like he was at level 1 for absolutely ages. Now he's going to be a 3-2. Okay, so he's on... I'm just going to take this thing off, which gives his constitution a boost, which kind of distorts his actual hit points. So he's on 12 hit points at the moment for effectively a level 2 character, which is, you know, which is all right. I mean, Zara's a level 3 character and he's got 12 hit points. Anyway, let's do the level up. So what do we get? 1 extra level 2 spell and an additional 3 hit points. So yeah, I think that's fairly good. So he's on 15 hit points and now on 18 with the buckler. So that's, yeah, that's, you sort of feel now he can take a hit from someone. Just about. Which reminds me, I need to cast armor. I mean, you can really see why we don't... Well, I hope you can see why we don't mess around in fights. I'm not going to hold back using wands and potions and things.
Enough of this.
Because that, you know, that gibbling went out on the one occasion that Alwyn has died to that gibbling. You know, it just goes to prove that that is one of the weaker enemies in the game, and he just knocked Alwyn out in one swipe of his clawed hand, and you know that just shows why you just cannot. I mean, like the Basilisk fight, he hardly actually. God, I hadn't registered any of Alwyn's level 2 spells. But the Basilisk fight, he wasn't, you know, he was barely upright for any of the duration. Just kept knocking him down, but, you know, had he been allowed to, who knows what would have happened. So, we're going to... Are they saying I can't do chant? Yeah, they are. Now, why would that be? That'd be a nice spell. Anyway, the draw upon Holy Might is pointless in a way, apart from the dexterity, because I don't think Alwyn's strength would ever get to a point at which it would. So even if Alwyn was a 12th level caster and had his abilities raised by 4, his strength would only be 14, which isn't really going to do anything for him particularly, as far as I know. So I think we'll just go for, let's go for a slow poison, a silence, because that still seems like a good spell to me. Bark skin, base armor class. I think that's not going to do anything at this stage, so I'll leave that. Aid. That might be useful, but a whole person probably just about swings it. I don't know if I'll get slow poison because we've got antidotes, and in the heat of battle we might as well just use those. So let's go for an aid. This resist fire might be useful at some point if we come to the right enemy, but yeah, that's pretty good. Let's make sure we haven't got any. I was interested here. Viconia, for some reason, has got this level 3 spell, Holy Smite, yet cannot cast it. You know, she's not of a high enough level to, but it's in there for some reason. Don't know what's going on there. Just make sure Alwyn has got everything. Yeah. No, this all looks fine. Yes, okay. So that's good. We're... It's been several... You know, since the Basilisk fight, we've really moved on in terms of party strength. I suppose Alwyn would...
Glory of arm!
Okay. Dandal. He's an arm and a shoulder soldier by the looks. You there, stop. Excuse me. Sorry to bother you, but you should be aware of the danger you're in right now. There are monsters about, dog-headed ones. I'd advise that you return to Nashkel where it's safe. Let's try and get some information. We could show you some more fighting men. If you want to know where to go, just go to the northwest. Up there is the mines. Emerson may tell you that he don't need any adventurers, but you don't listen to him. We need as many men as we can get. Okay. Anything else? Well, yeah. There's this crazy guy. He calls himself Prism. He's been making a sculpture in a cliffside. Kind of a kook, if you ask me. I'll see you later then. Well, we're not averse to a kook. And he is on our quest. In our journal, so...
As you will.
So we may well pay him a visit. I mean, it kind of was... I got a little bit disorientated, I have to say, after the that waylay with Dawn's little storyline there, and I sort of I couldn't really remember why I was here at all, but yeah, I suppose that is as good a reason as any. So... Okay. They're so fast, aren't they, those wolves? Let's get Ajantis to step out quickly.
If I must.
This way.
For the glory of Helm!
Strange, I
Oof.
do not feel so. What is it now? My actions are yours.
There you go.
Again, you. If I must.
Blimey, that is a tough wolf.
I'm gone.
Well, again, just another reason why you cannot mess
My
around.
actions are yours.
Edwin was almost just cleaned out by that wolf. Poor Edwin, only level 2. You're not far off a level up, actually. But, yeah. I suppose on the one hand we are pretty powerful, but yeah, just look at what a wolf can do. So yeah, anyway, it's nice when a game kind of proves your point, isn't it? Right, I'll be back in a while. I just took out 2 gibblings very easily indeed, and one of them dropped a sleep spell, would you believe? So just going to see if Alwyn can get that in the spell book, and he can. So I'll probably prefer that to colour spray, to be honest, because colour spray does take out your own party, and you know, I just think sleep is probably going to be. I mean, we haven't really tested sleep out too much, but I just feel it's going to be more of a useful spell generally, and it'll be useful to have another caster who's able to do it, because you know, if Edwin dies or gets incapacitated, then we have got someone else to cast it. The arm and the shoulder there spoke about the mines, and oh god, here we go again. Spoke about the mines, and come on, let's see if the AI can deal with this. Come on.
For the glory of Helm!
I suppose you'd say it did on that instance. Okay.
As you will.
Okay. Yeah, so the arm this.
Glory of Helm!
soldier spoke about the mines, and I think... Okay, there's quite a few wolves. Yeah, I guess really the it's only 3 of the group who kind of know what the mines are all about.
With Helm's blessing.
Alwyn doesn't want to go back in, but I think perhaps the interest of the party would have been piqued by that comment from the soldier, and yeah, I don't know. One to consider really from a sort of role-playing point of view, how we kind of deal with the mines. I mean, we went in there when we were rank amateurs, and although Alwyn isn't keen on getting into situations he can't get out of, I don't know, I don't necessarily think that would be the case with the mines. I mean, we got out of it last time, even if it was minus Monteron, which at the end of the day was about as happy accident as you could have wished for, to be honest. So, we'll see. Anyway, let's keep hunting. Right, and before us lies Prism and his sculpture. See his little scaffold set up there. He looks an interesting. Looks like a sort of might be some sort of nobleman or something.
What you want?
Do what I'll do. Just use Ajantis' special ability. Detect evil. Look at that. All of our evil characters were glowing then, but Prism wasn't.
By Helm!
I don't know if we've got anything to fear from him, but we won't underestimate him.
Yeah!
Ah, beauteous creature! You are my masterpiece!
Never should I have stolen these emeralds. Ah. Yeah, so sorry, Prism's... What did it say? I think there's a bounty on his head. And perhaps this is why. Never should I have stolen these emeralds, but there was nothing else that would capture the majesty of thine eyes. I did what must be done, for I have left my shop, forgotten all my commissions, and spent all that I had. I must complete thee. Wait, there is someone here. Who are you? 'Twas that relentless grey wolf who sent you, wasn't it? No. It is a sculpture of a Darthier. How disgusting. Is it? I didn't get that likeness, Viconia, but then I don't know what a Darthier is, so... Yes. Greywolf sent us? No. I have nothing to do with anyone named Greywolf, nor would I want to. I'm sort of ditching this like Ajantis tone on these just general conversations, by the way. I'm sure you'll be delighted to hear. So yeah, we're not anything to do with Greywolf. Thank Dinir. I thought I was done in. I am not cut out for a life on the run. No, you don't look it, mate. Perhaps you would help a foolish sculptor finish this epiphany? Please guard this place, for surely Greywolf will come seeking the bounty on the gems. I will pay with my last possessions if you would do this one service for me. Okay. Right, so someone's after him. Wow, this is beautiful. Do you think someone will make our statues one day, Alwyn? Seeing how we're about to become great heroes and all. Alright. Perhaps I am seeking the... I shall guard you as best I can. I don't fancy getting between a bounty hunter and his bounty. Well... I think guard you as best I can sounds alright for Alwyn, actually. It's kind of it's sort of like, also, we'll do it, but no promises. We may be legging it. I thank you, for I cannot run from this place until my task is done. I have been using potions of speed to aid my work. And have not slept for days. She is beautiful, is she not? 'Tis a monument to my foolishness. I saw her but once on the outskirts of Everesca, and said nothing. I let thee pass from mine eyes, and mine heart hath cursed me for it. I wonder why I'd want to do it next to a sort of... a big mine. Anyway. This poor artist wants to finish his masterpiece. Are we going to let him? I think Alwyn would be pretty He's an open-minded chap, and I think he would recognise the dedication that this guy has, perhaps. Anyway. Right.
None cross Grey Wolf and live.
Grey Wolf, I presume. I have come for you, Prism. Looks like he's come for Alwyn, the way he's going, positioning himself. Which is a problem, actually. No, not yet. My work is nearly done. Please, I implore you. Your sentiment is wasted on me, fool. You are but gold in my purse. Do you make your situation worse by hiring help to protect you? Who are you, fools? Take him back to... Prism wishes only to finish his masterwork. Why not let him? What harm can it do? That's not a bad option. Who we are is unimportant. We're not going to be that confrontational. So yes. Why not let him finish? You should be more worried about the harm I can do. Never have I taken a bounty and not delivered. Now stand aside, that I might dispense with this fool and claim in my prize. Or would you rather I go through you to get him? Consider well if he be worth your lives. Okay. End dialogue. What does that mean? Does that mean he's just going to go off and attack Prism, or is he going to... Okay. He's just attacking.
It shall be as you wish.
I'm gone.
My actions are yours.
Hardly worth my time.
I wonder if we can hold him. Right. Oh god. He's swinging at Viconia. Two of them. Alwyn. Give him a minor drain, Alwyn. Give him a win. Right, off we go. Oh. Well done, Viconia. Is he held? Yes, he is. Right. Now wail on him.
What is it this time?
He's barely injured from 3 spells, so he's pretty powerful. I might get another spell on him. Minor drain.
Something troubling you?
And a magic missile. Oh yes, look at the magic missile. Nice. Near death.
Destroyer of worlds!
Wow, 1400 experience. Is that the most powerful enemy we've ever beaten? Crikey.
My honor is my life.
Well, thank goodness that Viconia got that spell off, and he was swinging at her. Perhaps that extra bit of armor class from this new shield has sort of helped her get that spell away. That's great. What a spell.
May
Hold
darkness
person.
prevail.
With helms, blessing.
Okay, he only had studded leather armor, but he had 102 gold. And this, a longsword. Alwyn, do you know what this longsword is? No. Interesting. Very interesting. Right. Prism. Complete your masterwork. Oh. Alas, my work is complete. He just quickly finished it while we were taking on his bounty hunter, presumably. Take what you will from my possessions, but leave the sparkle in her eyes. O sweet creature, my effigy to thee is done. Perhaps our paths shall cross in distant realms, and I shall find the courage to call thy name. Elisime? Elisime. Where's he going?
This course we take is beyond all tenets of decency.
No. He sort of walked off and carked it. So, in experience 1000, reputation increased by 1. So where I was still disliked, but just slightly less disliked. Okay. Oh, well, that's a pretty good outcome, particularly if we can get some good loot. There's the emeralds. He said, leave the sparkle in thine eyes. There's no little... We can't put the emeralds in her eyes, so I guess we just take the emeralds. You know, which I'm happy to do. I bet they're valuable. Yeah, okay. Well, blimey.
Helm, yeah!
We're whipping along at a hell of a pace now, aren't we? Just look at that. I mean, the party took out... I mean, I bet he was pretty... Grey Wolf, that is. Pretty strong. I mean, there was a lot of hit points there to knock off. 1400 experience kind of says it all, really. But Hold Person, as well as the other spells, kind of did the job. And we have Mr. Edwin now at level 3, which means he'll be able to cast level 2 spells. And he gets 2 level 2 spells and 5 additional hit points. So that's pretty good, isn't it? Very good indeed. So Edwin now at 17 hit points, and we can give him... I don't know, invisibility might be useful. And we'll have... I don't know, what shall we have? Power word sleep, perhaps. Yeah, and he gets 3 level 2 spells. So, actually, I think I'll just have a horror. This power word sleep... Yeah, must have less than 20 hit points, but no saving throw. So if Grey Wolf clearly had more than 20 hit points, but we could have, for example, wait till he was reduced and then use that power word sleep spell, knowing that he would have definitely gone down. You know, there's no saving throw. So you know that might be pretty useful. I can't help feeling that I'm a little bit disappointed Thalantir didn't have more choice on the level 2 spells, actually. I was hoping for perhaps some more damage dealing spells, but anyway, we'll have another little hunt around and decide what to do. I guess we're going to have to sort of get back, perhaps to Nashkel, and look up and sell some of this loot. Actually, I've constantly got an identify spell on the go at the moment for Alwyn, so I'm going to identify this hammer. It's probably next in line to be identified. Ashadina, +2. Lady Ashadina was a remarkable strategist who honed her skills against the Orc armies in the year of the Black Horde. She met Durgat Wiltoon, a warrior that wielded this weapon. When he foiled an ambush, led by the Great Orc Varstock, and soon after made him her field... And when he... Yeah. Sorry, I've not read that very well, have I? He foiled an ambush by the Great Orc Varstock, and soon after made him her field captain. After serving at each other's side for the entirety of the war, they fell in love and eventually married. Historians report that Durgat named his warhammer after his bride to remind himself of the love he fought to protect. What Lady Ashadina thought of this is unknown. Ah. There you go. So this is a female warrior's hammer. And look at it, +2. What is it? An amazing... I mean, I don't know what we've got unidentified. But they can't all be cursed. Just seems to be a lot of magical equipment hanging around at the moment. So this is a warhammer which gives a Thako of +2 and a damage of 1d4 +3 +1 electrical damage. So what does a normal warhammer give? 1d4 +1. Okay. It's not very much, is it, for a hammer? You'd think like a big warhammer might deal a bit more damage than that. But anyway. This is pretty good. Look at this. Thaco now 18, but with his standard Warhammer 20. So he's not going to be hitting very much with that. To be fair, he's probably not going to be hitting very much with this. But really, what a great little boost that is. I mean, Alwyn's not using the hammer too much, but I don't know, maybe he should now. Anyway, we might have a little rest, a little look around, but then we'll probably go back to Nashkel Town. Right, just back in here because I thought this was a normal wolf. But it is in fact a winter wolf, which I've never come across before. And we've... so you're halfway through the battle here. We've already taken 14 damage off it. And it's only injured. So we are going to just up the ante a bit with some Chromatic Orb from Edwin. And let's get this. I don't know. Yeah, what shall we do? Shall we try the Agnazar Scorcher? Well, let's just see how this goes on first, and then we'll make a decision. What I'm going to do actually is get Ajantis to close it down.
For the glory of Helm!
Badly injured. There you go. Wow, 1,000 experience for that. Right, so it had this kind of...
Mail, fetch me something to eat.
Do you like wolf fur, Viconia? Oh, hello.
With Helm's blessing.
Winter wolf pelt. Aha! Now, the guy at the Nashkel store had mentioned these, I believe. It might even be in our... Yeah, winter wolf pelts. In Nashkel I found a merchant eager to buy winter wolf pelts, so we can sell that to him. We've got 1,000 experience from it as well, so that's great. It's just really, for all that experience, it's not... I mean, it's got...
Never light the sunlight.
It's got quite a bit of health, but
With Helm's blessing.
it's just like a wolf with more hit points, really. It didn't seem particularly deadly. It did have this kind of...
Who you are? No, not I.
Huh? It did have this... it looks a bit like Richard Burton. I don't know if you can see that character portrait there. Anyway, it just had this kind of cold attack, I think, or something. But yeah, not the most toughest enemy I've ever faced, and 1,000 XP. Anyway, Galtok. Hey, wait, please wait. You've got to help me. They're after me. They'll be here soon. Get out of here, Gnome. We don't need you bothering us. Calm down, tell us what's going on, and we'll see if we can help you. They're kobolds, dozens of them. Dozens? Oh god. They captured me and stripped me down. The dirty imps tortured me for no other reason other than to hear me scream, but I got away. They'll be here soon. We have to run. Get out of here. That sounds like a good enough reason for torture to me. If you can't fend off a few kobolds yourself, why presume we would bother to help you? Viconia. I mean, she's hard-edged, but that seems a little bit much. Anyway. You black-hearted fiend! Oh no, it's too late, they're here. Okay. Right. Where? Imoen? I'm going to try and get Imoen just to
I'm gone.
scope out the area. Now let's get near these trees and try it. What is going on? Oh. Okay. A word with you, Tsar, if I may. I'm looking forward to this. You may, although I doubt it will profit you. You don't seem in any condition to learn yet. I believe I am. I would know if your madness
is a sufficiently compelling excuse for your vileness or not. That is exactly what I meant. You claim to uphold good and fight evil, yet you know nothing of either. Why, you haven't even met Mummy as yet. You seem very, very eager to place your responsibilities upon a deceased parent. Oh, so Zar's mum is dead. Fair's fair, isn't it? She controls my every action, so the credit is properly hers, not mine. Oh, interesting. So Zar, the spirit of Zar's mum is kind of in his head all the time. Credit is hardly the term I should have used, even in regards to a dead and gone mother. Oh, dead, certainly, but not gone. She tells me, you know, that to become a really good boy, I must embrace evil, allow it to permeate every corner of my being. Only then will I know what it is, and what to do about it. Well, I don't really get the sense of Zar being evil particularly. Eccentric, yes. Mad, if you like, but I don't know, it doesn't strike me as... I know he's chaotic evil in terms of his alignment, but... Anyway, let's carry on. As I thought, there is no place for good in your delirium. Of course there is. Good's easy. Just tack a load of platitudes onto whatever's left when the evil is subtracted out. A duck could do it. And they do. Ducks are evil. I've always thought of ducks as very evil. Don't know about anyone else. A duck? You compare me to a witless aquatic fowl? Well, you quack prettily, and the duck we had for supper the other night was very good indeed. This is not the sort of goodness to which I refer. No, then ask yourself, O bane of wickedness, have you ever encountered a truly evil duck? Of course not, you fool, but I am... Then QED, I rest my case. Okay. Why did Ajantis even start it, I suppose you have to ask. I suppose when Zar said he was evil, he could have just purely been winding Ajantis up, of course. That might have been completely what he was trying to do. Okay, so are these the kobolds that they were going on about? Right. You might as well hang around for this. It'll be an indicator of how far we've come.
Yeah.
There you go, not even getting past the ranged weapons of Viconia and Ajantis, are they?
For the glory of Helm! Yeah.
So where's that gnome then? Has he just disappeared? We'll take their gold. Just a bit of random kind of... Oh, here's an NPC. I'm being chased. Kill all the enemies. But no. He sort of walked off this way, but I... Oh, what the... Another winter wolf. Okay, quick everyone, just... Let's get back. Okay, I think we've... We might as well stay around for this as well, as they are supposedly hard enemies. We'll just charge Ajantis out to him. And the rest of them, ranged. I think we can just take them like that, to be honest.
Jantis is getting in a few hits with the sword. There you go, look. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah!
Really, I have to say.
With Helm's blessing.
For 1,000 experience point enemy, that was plain sailing. Right, I'll just explore the rest of this map. Right, for an area that's just about getting into the mines, there's a lot of stuff around. There's a cave there now, so we're just going to take this out. I think these are quite hard, so hence you're back. And this bear was just automatically hostile. God, they're quick.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
I might actually use this Agnazar's Scorcher, because I think they hit pretty hard, these cave bears.
Night Singer, give me power.
Yeah, that's all we can really do. Did that work? Yeah, 13 fire damage from Zar. Pretty good.
Again you disturb me.
Oh, look at that. The Agnazar's Scorcher sort of took effect again and took another 11 damage off. That's impressive. So 24 damage. How is that? I didn't think that happened with the... I thought it was just one... You know, one bolt of flame and then that was it. Excuse me. Oh yeah, so duration 1 round. Yeah, so it does 3d6, then the flame jet strikes a second time halfway through its duration. Presumably for potentially the same amount of damage. That's excellent, isn't it? That's really quite powerful if you can get a second hit in. And that means... Yeah, that is Zar's most impressive kill so far. There we go, the investment in Zar is paying off.
Helm, give me strength!
Okay, right, I think that really must be it now. So I'm sure the next time you see me, we'll be in Nashkel. Right, it is midnight. We've rested back in Nashkel, and we're now in the Nashkel store. I'm going to talk to the storekeep. Yes, because he says, "There be a fine-looking pelt, if ever I have seen one. Good on you. Here is a fair price for you. Pleasure doing business with you." Yeah, 500 gold. That is the easiest 500 gold I think Alwyn's ever going to earn. And as we've got 2, another 500. So that takes us up to 2,800 gold. I think what we'll also do is identify one of the things we couldn't identify. Yeah, so this sword. Let's identify this sword. This is the sword that Grey Wolf was holding. It's a long sword. Whoa, another +2 weapon. This is ridiculous. Varskona +2. And true to Baldur's Gate form, it's also got a nice description. So let's have a look at this. Blades of this type were long used by Sharon priests during the sacrificial rites of Feast of the Moon ceremonies. Legends say that when she passed on, the remains of this sword's wielder were mummified, and the blade was placed within her chest as a symbol of power. In the first stage of a long-forgotten ritual, she was to have been exhumed in a season, born again in some new form. Unfortunately, cult wars killed the few that knew of her existence. Her tomb became a prison, where she was forgotten, and there she developed a rage that bordered on insanity. Her grave was eventually found, but it was deserted and gave no indication of her whereabouts. Some venture to say that her anger was so concentrated that she became one with the very blade of her weapon. Regardless, after hundreds of years surrounded by constant hate, the sword harvested a power of its own, and is now exceedingly deadly in combat. It doesn't actually say. I presume she was called Varskona, was she? It doesn't specifically say that. But a nice backstory, and look. Amazing. +2 to damage, +1 cold damage. I don't think we've got anyone. Ajantis can only use bastard swords. I could have given Imowen a Pippin longsword, but I didn't. Kind of regretting it now. Although, this isn't bad. So, I imagine it's worth a lot of money, that sword. Right, I'm not going to do lots of inventory management with you, but I think I'll sell some of the good stuff. Oh, the Wakizashi was worth 25 gold, that's quite good. And the plate mail, 240. Thank you very much. I don't think, by the way, this guy's got anything we really need. No, he just. Ooh, he's got a large shield +1, which would be rather nice for Ajantis, so maybe hold that thought for now. Let's see how much money we're going to get. We're only a couple of hundred gold off here. Bandit Scalp, he will buy for 10 gold. Small Shield, Garnet Gem, that's 87. Imowen, another Bandit Scalp, that's 10. Oh, the Gloves of Misplacement, 1. It's hardly worth selling them. Varskona, 2,000. Oh, and the Wakizashi +1, 750. Might as well sell this old Warhammer. Oh, do we sell it or do we keep hold of it? I think because we don't necessarily need the gold, we're going to hold on to it just for now. It's something that we can sell if needed. But this shop hasn't got anything that we could actually buy at the moment, apart from that shield. So let's just we'll keep that bastard sword as well, just in case Ajantis' weapon breaks. And light crossbow can be sold. That's Imowen's shortbow, so we'll keep that. And in here, whoa, 1,500 for those 2 emeralds. Amazing. Right, I've got a decision to make here, because Ajantis has got his own shield, which is armor class +1, plus an extra 2 +2 VS missile attacks. This was like his shield. But
business has been poor, what with the iron shortage and all.
But where is it? Here. You just get an extra armor class. I suppose it's a fair bit of money for a bit of extra armor class, but so +1 VS missile. Sorry, I've already forgotten what that was. VS missile +2. So you lose a bit on the missile attacks, but you gain on the armor class. Again, I think I'm going to hold on to my money. just for now. It's not so... I mean,
With Helm's blessing.
the missile attacks extra bonus is actually quite useful in this game because of the amount of ranged weapon characters there are. Let's have a quick word with... No, let's not have a word with Berengarthkel. Let's have a word with Oobleck, because I think he mentioned Prism in the first place. Ah, my fine honest friend, what can I do for you today? Bounties? Captain of the Guard is still on these. There's also a bit of foolishness with a local artist named Prism. Stole a couple of emeralds, he did. We seek their return. Though Prism's fate is of little concern. Ah. Yeah, about those emeralds. Yeah, we've sold them.
My honor is my life. Yeah!
But to be honest, knowing this game, he'd have taken those emeralds off us and given us about 200 gold or something, whereas we've just sold them for 1,500. I'm sure there was probably a different outcome had we have spoken to him. We probably should have spoken to him before we sold the emeralds. But it's quite a nice little side quest, the Prism. He just, you know, if you didn't sort of pick up on it, he had all those... He was obviously being hunted, and he knew it. And in order to finish his masterpiece, he took loads of potions of speed, and then sort of expired after he'd kind of completed his task. Which is interesting. Right. Grey Wolf, you know, he didn't have a chance, did he, to kind of lay a finger on us. This place has got 2 bouncers. A bit of a rough pub, maybe. Anyway, we're going to have a few drinks. Yes, indeedy, because
I got some cheap
it's
beer
midnight
for ya.
and we've just rested and we want a few drinks. So let's get a few beers in. Ah, this is a good drinker's pub for once. Dragon's Breath beer, that sounds lovely. Get some of that in. And Janta's can have a couple of those. Viconia. How about a Sayalunian Topaz wine, Viconia? A couple of those. Imowen. Imowen, you're sweet. Have a mead. Or 2. Or 3. Alwyn. 1 of each. Why not? Alwyn's among the biggest drinkers in the group. Dry wines for Edwin. Most of the rumours seem to centre around the mine, so I'm not really that worried anymore. Zar, have a couple of beers. And a Westgate Ruby. Yes, so over these drinks, I think the group is sort of sat down and discussing where they go, and I think they might have made a decision off the back of something raised by Zar. And let's be fair, it was the reason he agreed to join the group in the first place. And that reason was to investigate what on earth is going on with the Nashkel mines. Now we know the iron coming out of there is rotten. Jahira and Khalid, when they were a part of the party, which seems like a long time ago now, wanted us to go there. And yeah, I think the group is in agreement that they should have another look. I suppose it really only would be Alwyn who had any reservations. But unfortunately for our protagonist, he's unable to really properly answer that age-old question, why not? I guess that Alwyn just has a funny feeling about it. Even though what we encountered were kobolds, and kobolds frankly are no great issue for us. This bard is already singing about us, Rob. I'll just have a chat to him, but I'll carry on. You know, kobolds are no problem. I think...
Yes, a tab.
Another ale, young miss. I'll be sure to have your funds
Interesting artwork for Lake Poet Rob. No, right, I know what this is. It's like the one in the Friendly Armin. They'll basically alter your reputation by giving them gold. I don't really want to do that, it just seems a bit artificial. I'd rather have the reputation just there naturally. It's quite interesting that Alwyn's got such a poor reputation. I quite like the fact that he's kind of inadvertently got that reputation rather than necessarily gone out and sought it. That reputation being disliked. Anyway, so Ajantis will want to purge the minds of the evil, I suppose he would see, that has sort of contaminated the ore and is causing this misery for the Sword Coast. Viconia clearly won't have a subterranean complex, you know, given her heritage. And I can't see Edwin really putting up a fuss. And Imowen is probably itching to have a poke around, especially with her enhanced stealth skills. She's probably quite confident that she can successfully look around there. So Alwyn, what's he thinking? I suppose he thinks that the mines in of itself does not represent as much of a threat, say, as some of the things he's done. You know, but just a bit more involved than taking out a crazed cleric or, you know, a polymorph chicken. You know, I don't think he sort of wants to be the hero. I just sort of think,
you have been waylaid by
ooh,
enemies and must defend
crikey.
yourself.
Okay. Never had this waylay before. Hobgoblins. Okay. Anyway, I was going to say, you know, I don't think Alwyn feels that it's a heroic action. Just simply that he doesn't really have a choice. There isn't a lot for him to do, really, but to press on. I just think the only thing that's going to really put the willies up Alwyn, excuse the phrase, is if he's kind of trapped or something like that. But anyway, let's take on these hobgoblins. I've got to decide actually how we go about this. Right, so Viconia's there, so she might as well just smash the skull of that one. I'll probably just move Imowen up here.
This way.
Ajantis, meet that one. Alwyn, have they got bows? That is the question. Don't actually know if they've got bows, then it's a bit of an issue, particularly for my two guys here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move those. I'm just rested. I don't really want to start using up my spells before I get into the mines, but at the same time we can't mess around. We really can't. So right. Tell you what I'll do. Jantis, go and meet those. Viconia, take on this one. Imowen, move up here.
I've done had enough of this.
I think we've got to take him out, haven't we? Right, here we go. There's just nothing for it, is there? We're waylaid. We can't mess around. And oh, look at all those spells that Alwyn's got. Just sling them, Alwyn. Just sling them. Okay, let's go. Oh, they have got bows.
How may I be of assistance?
Okay, we probably need to shut them down in that case. I'm going to get Alwyn up to that one. Imowen, attack him.
You're a queer fellow.
Okay, Edwin's just lost half his health. That's not a good start. Badly injured. Okay, right. You three, take him out.
For the glory of Helm!
Now Agentis. Right, okay. Alwyn, pull out. Oh god, I've forgotten about these guys. Okay.
Again, you disturb me.
Probably underestimated these guys slightly. Okay.
With Helm's
Okay, everyone, I think we're there now.
May darkness prevail.
Come on. Right. You there. Alwyn. Sling. Laconia. Just whack him. Oh.
For the glory of Helm!
Night Singer, give me power.
Right. Okay, they're all dead. They're all dead. Right. Anything with a bow is a problem. No doubt about it. Are we going to take all these swords? They're 5 gold each.
Something troubling you?
Let's take a few. Right, there's the gems. Okay.
If
I
I
think
must.
we've got everything that we could possibly
Helm,
want.
give me strength! Yeah!
So, we are here, and we've already been.
With Helm's blessing.
Yes, we've already been attacked and depleted somewhat. That was quite a tough waylay, to be honest, and not the ideal start. I mean, we can just rest again. I know we can, but as I said to you before, I don't really like just sort of spamming the rest too much if we can help it. But ultimately, we may have to. We're going to have to bed down. I wonder if we can sleep in the mines. I can't remember if we actually did that last time. Emerson. Now, I know you said we just had a day last time, but I hope your mine exploring goes well. Okay, well we didn't just have a day, we had as long as we want. He probably wasn't
You must gather your party before venturing
too
forth.
confident when we... it's down here, isn't it? Probably wasn't too confident when we came running out the last time, about a month ago. We are on day 32 now, so we are into our second month. But there you have it. Off you go. We are back in the mines. Seems like a bit of a snap decision, but yeah, I think it's probably something that Alwyn has made peace with, but caution, as ever, is the name of the game. Right, sorry, just a blip in the recording there.
Yeah.
So we're going to the second part of the mine, which we have explored before. That little pool in the middle there is where Monteron sadly met his doom.
Yeah!
One hopes that none of the party will suffer a similar fate, but yes, it certainly is a venture into the unknown. Looks like we've done most of this level, but we're going to explore some more, and I think I'm going to leave it here. So thanks very much, and Yeah, looks like next time we'll be going deeper underground.